Hey Queens, welcome back to a new vlog. My name is Alex and this is my channel. As the title suggests, this video is about resetting your nervous system. And I've just come off the back of a really intense study period, probably the most intense study period that I have done to date, and I have been studying for 4 years now. So that is definitely saying a lot. My stress levels were so high and heaps of tension headaches, as well as my sleep was just not really existent during that time. And this was over a month, might I add. And I really felt like I just needed to ground myself and come back to Alex, come back to who she really is and not just a shell of herself. So I thought this video might inspire you because I know work can get quite intense sometimes, or maybe it's something that's happening in your personal life and you just need to take a step back, ground yourself, and then you're ready to go again. I'm also quite aware that I don't have any responsibilities at the moment. I don't have kids, but I thought this might be a nice little video idea that I visit now and then down the track I revisit again, because I'm sure it's going to look very different when I have kids. So one of the main things that I wanted to get back on track was my sleep. Now, according to my Oura ring, I was in sleep debt. And to be honest, I could feel it. I was just like a little zombie walking around the home trying to read all my journals and write something. So over the past few days, I have been working very hard to reset my sleep, get it back to what it was. And something that I really like about the Oura ring as well, it tells me about my midpoint. And you want to get your midpoint aligned because it basically helps with your hormone regulation. I think that's really important, especially as women. So I've been working on that the past few days. It's not perfect yet, but at least I don't have any more sleep debt. I believe a significant amount resetting your nervous system is having some restorative time. Now, this may mean that you're laying flat on the couch, your body and your mind is at rest, you're watching your favorite YouTuber, or you might be reading a book. And those are all things that I'll be definitely doing today. But I also believe it doesn't have to be sedentary in order to fill your cup. Now, for me, these are activities that I don't know that time's passing, like baking a healthy recipe. Another thing might be going to a new cafe. I really enjoy that. Or also taking some time to be quite reflective. As we've just finished Q1, I think it's the perfect time to sit down with your journal and reflect on the past few months and where you'd like to go in the next Q2. So I'll take you along for the day and show you what I like to do to come back to myself and just feel really grounded and present. I think that's important. But also, it doesn't have to be exactly what I do. I just find peace at just being very reflective, very quiet, and just kind of swim through the day quite naturally rather than being quite forced. But you might like to grab a coffee with a friend. It's really up to you. This is more just a trigger in your mind. Okay, what has the past few months been like and what can I do differently to feel more like myself? As I mentioned at the start of the video, taking a moment to reflect can be a really powerful way to check in with where you are. And as we move into a new season, stepping into Q2, it feels like the perfect time to pause. I like to look back on the past few months, gently recognizing my strengths, the moment that felt like wins, and also the times that challenged me. Not to judge, but simply to understand. From there, I can start to notice patterns, what I want to carry forward, and what I'm ready to let go of. Because when life feels busy or a little repetitive, reflection gives you a moment to come back to yourself. So I have a cupboard of cookbooks, and if you're an OG Ballerina Bites follower, you would know that I used to dabble in the food. That is why my Instagram is called Ballerina Bites. So fun fact about me. And that's how I got into food photography and just recipe creating. I do believe that that part of my brain has definitely turned off that I would love to tap into again, because the creativity that I used to produce with those recipes, they used to be like vegan, refined, sugar-free on the most part, pretty gluten-free as well. So yeah, I'd love to visit that one day. But in order to help me today, I am using a Deliciously Ella cookbook, and Deliciously Ella is like, can I say goat? Is that disrespectful? But she's like the goat of just creating really good recipes that are just wholesome, healthy, and stemming off whole foods. This book, I vividly remember getting it. On here, it says that I purchased it in 2018, and this book was stemmed off her cafe in London. It was right near the ballet studio where I used to take class quite often, and I used to go there and get porridge, and it was just so London, so fun, and such a special time in my life. But today, I really want to make some granola, and this is her maple and walnut granola. Yay, I'm excited. I might need to go to the supermarket, but that's okay. I need to pick up a few ingredients anyway. So the granola is in the oven and I feel great. But I did have a little chuckle because I went to the Source Bulk Foods to pick up some cinnamon, and I always go for organic cinnamon. So that's why I made like the trek out there to the source. And I don't know if you guys know, but the cinnamon that you buy from the supermarket is cassia cinnamon. I think it's cassia cinnamon, and it's not actually cinnamon. It's like completely different plant or tree. And apparently that one is carcinogenic. So just so you know, always pick up organic cinnamon. But went out there, picked up my cinnamon, and then I looked at the granolas, and I honestly forgot that the Source Bulk Foods has such an incredible collection of granola. But they had one there, basically the exact same ingredients of the one that I was making now. And my mind actually questioned if I should just buy that granola or not. Of course not claim that I made it. I wouldn't do that. But I stopped myself and said, make it yourself. You won't regret it. I'm so glad I did. And I feel like that is the intention of this video. It is doing things that probably take a little bit more effort. I don't make granola on the weekly. Maybe you do. But for me, it's a real big treat. So I really enjoyed it. And I highly recommend that you make your own granola. Something else that I like to do, especially when I'm having a little reset day to myself, is reading. And I generally read on the daily, but on my special Resetting My Nervous System day, I am reading to my heart's content. I am reading The Winter's Promise by Christelle DeBoss, and this book has blown me away. It also says on the back it stands on the same shelf as Harry Potter. So instantly I picked up this book. I am a massive fan of Harry Potter. I don't know if it will live up to it, but we shall see. It's really different, and every move is quite unexpected, which I think is really refreshing in the fantasy book realm because it can get a little bit same. So I highly recommend that you give this one a go. But please excuse me, I'm going to read for the next 2 hours. We often hear that exercise is good for stress, and I do love my Pilates routine, but sometimes those early morning workouts just don't feel right. And instead of pushing through, I've been learning to listen to what my body actually needs. Some days, that looks like something softer, like going for a walk. And especially on the days when I'm trying to reset, this is exactly what I need. And that's it, everyone. We have come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of it. You honestly don't have to follow this video to textbook. It's just to inspire you, but I would highly recommend to choose activities that you really enjoy. You may have noticed that the activities that I chose were all analog, so I popped my phone away and just really took the time to sit with myself. Also, I encourage you during your day-to-day life, also have those little moments of respite. That might be taking your book to work, so on your lunch break, you read a book rather than having a TikTok scroll. I know I'm a shocker for that, but I'm going to be a little bit more mindful of what I'm doing in my little 10-minute moments here and there. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.